First message he sends, no hi, no hello, nothing, is would you ever peg a dude? And I was like,
Oh
what?
my God.
Hi, I'm Daniel.
And hi, I'm Jinah. Welcome to another episode of I Hate Dating Apps.
And today we're going to talk about lying. Guess what, folks? People lie on dating apps.
Don't say.
Yeah. And we got a couple of guests to help us talk about this.
Yes, we do. And we're going to bring you in before we dive into some statistics about how much people lie on the dating apps. And of course, me being on dating apps, I know all about this topic. Not because I lie, because other people lie. I hope people understood that. Anyway, we have joining us from Los Angeles, Arika Wilson.
Hey.
And Ben George joining us all the way, well, virtually from North Dakota. Ben, oh my goodness. I think you're the first guest we've ever had from North Dakota.
North Dakota is usually the first on everything.
You live in like some small ass town, right?
Town of 60,000 people, yeah.
Wow.
That's not bad.
That
That's
is
not bad. Yeah.
60,000,
But it's still
right?
pretty small. I mean,
Yeah.
it feels like a.
It's pretty small. Everyone
yeah.
knows everyone here.
Yeah.
Yes. And now they'll know you more. Just kidding.
Hopefully.
So as you guys know, today the topic is about how much people lie on these freaking apps.
Surprise, surprise.
Yes. And feel free to weigh in, but Daniel's got some crazy statistics.
Well, just to get the conversation started, obviously there are different surveys on this, but somewhere between 50 to 80% of people admit to lying on, on dating apps, on their profiles. And some of this is going to sound familiar. I'm sure you guys have experience to this. One of the number one lies is age, especially older folks like to round it down by 5 years. And my wife, who I met on Match, the first thing she told me when we met was like, "Oh, I lied about my age."
Well, at least she owned up to it.
I don't know. Like, I don't really see a difference in like a 5-year lie. You know what I mean?
You say that because you're young lady.
Yeah.
Wait didn't you get to like 52?
Yeah.
47 to
Wait till
52
you're
is a
older,
big
yeah.
difference,
The difference between 55 and 60 is big.
especially in the dating. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're 60, you get out of like everybody's kind of like filter zones, I feel like. And then especially if you're, or whatever decade, right? If you're 50 versus 45, you're going to get a lot less matches, I feel like. I don't know.
Did you guys ever lie on your dating profile? Like a little white lie, maybe?
Yeah. I mean, I feel like it was a means to an end, like I was getting ready to move out to LA and I was in DC. And I just wanted to see what I had in the ocean, maybe make some connections before I get here. So I did. I changed my location.
You said you lived in LA when you were still in DC?
Yeah, but I just wanted to
come
move out
on.
here.
That's not bad.
That's like a
Aw.
tiny lie, not really like huge or anything.
Shame on you for thinking that that's a lie. Come on. You want something juicier.
Not shame on you for lying.
Right.
Shame on you for thinking that was a lie.
Yeah.
I have a feeling Ben's got bigger lies going on. I'm just kidding, Ben. Okay.
I used to say that I lived in Las Vegas just so I can meet people down there all the time. But like
Why?
again, I
Oh.
fly there once a month. So what's the difference?
And do all your dating like with all the Las Vegas women that you would match with like in the span of a week? And take them to where? Your hotel?
Yeah, pretty much.
So wait.
I would just be like, well, when I would get there, I'd be like, oh, well, actually, I'm from North Dakota. I'm here once a month, though.
Oh.
So Ben,
dang.
so you are lying about Las Vegas not being where you live, right?
Yes.
But you are in Vegas, so it's kind of a white lie. But the reason why you're telling that lie is because you can meet people in Vegas. Does your profile say like you're looking for a relationship? Because one of the most common lies, one of the top most common lies is people say, especially men say, that they're looking for a relationship when they're not. They're just looking for a hookup. So did you
No,
ever-
I'm actually looking for a relationship.
does it say that on your Las Vegas profile as well?
Yes, it does.
That's a better lie. So you're lying about looking for a relationship in
Yeah.
Vegas.
Yes.
What if you get a relationship in Vegas? Then what happens? You move to Vegas?
Then I guess I have to move to Vegas.
See, so Ben's
Not right away, though.
Okay, so Ben's reason for the lie is that like he has an impetus to move to Vegas, I guess. That's
Yes.
I'm playing a little therapist.
If one of the several hookups that you've been having with your white lie ends up being the love of your life, you'll move to Las Vegas. That's what you're telling us.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Okay. So the second most lied about thing is height. And this applies mostly to men, right? Because women, I mean, unless like you're under 5 feet, I guess a woman doesn't really have a reason to
Or if
lie.
you're over 6
Yeah,
feet.
no.
Oh, or
Yeah.
if you're over
Right,
or
yeah.
approaching 6 feet.
Yeah,
you're like,
because
no, I'm 5'11".
Yeah, because you don't want to intimidate, men who don't want to be with taller women. That would make sense. But it's mainly men who lie about their height. Yeah.
Have you ever lied about your height on your profile?
No,
No.
just in my real life. As long as the lie in
You're
real
like, I'm
life
gonna lie on my
matches,
profile.
yeah.
When I meet
then
them,
it's-
I tell them I'm
that's
6
not a lie,
feet.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it's kind of pointless lying though. Like you look at the photos in the profile and you can tell, you're standing next to a doorway. There's no way you're 6 feet.
Don't
Well, that's
stand
a
next
quick
to a
one.
doorway
Yeah,
and
that's a-
lie
that's
about
a-
your height.
Yeah, that's a quick one to bust. Like if you
That's
lie.
true.
Yeah, or a car. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's very easy to suss.
Or you're in a group photo and then like you're standing next to the women and you're like barely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's interesting is why men lie about their height, right? It's because there was an OkCupid survey as well that said, taller men are twice as likely to get more of a match than
That's
shorter
so true.
guys. Yeah,
That's so true.
this is and Ben, please back me up on this. I think for a lot of men, it's just about getting your foot in the door. Like, you were saying earlier, somebody said, it's a means to an end.
Mm-hmm.
That's exactly how a lot of men see this. Like, look, I'm really 5'8", but I'll say I'm 6 feet, but my charm and my personality is just going to win her over. So I just need to get in there. That's what the lie is for.
Do
right?
I know the difference between 5'8" and 6 feet?
Oh,
I don't
yeah,
know.
no, that's a
Is that a
difference.
big difference? Four
Yes.
inches?
I'm not lying. I'm 5'11". I'm 5'11". So imagine.
Are you really
somebody-
5'11"?
Yeah.
Oh.
So imagine somebody who's about here.
Okay. Ben, do you lie about your height?
I'm 5'10", but I would never lie about my height. There's no point of that.
That's true, because you're 5'10".
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm 5'10". Why say 6?
Right.
But then you have
I put
women that are
7
like,
feet just to fuck with people, but
No,
that's
you
different. Yeah.
And then
But then the women, they're like, I'm 5'9", and I'm like, there's no way you're 4 inches shorter than me.
oh my God, why would they lie about their height, right? Especially because we got heels that we can manipulate anytime.
Exactly.
But it is a proven fact. Women like taller men so they can wear heels. That's what they're looking for.
So I'm an exception when it comes to that. I don't care about men's height so much. I mean, I did once go out with a guy who said he was 5'2", and I'm also 5'2". And when we showed up, I think I had sneakers on. I just made sure not to wear heels, so that I didn't make him feel bad, if he felt bad about such a thing. But when I showed up, it was clear that I was taller than him. So I think he might have been closer to 5 feet. And he exaggerated to say he was 5'2". I don't know. Maybe with like my sneakers, it gave me an inch. Who knows? Maybe I was 5'3". But like when I hugged him, I noticed that like my head was above his head. And so I was like, oh, and I have to say, I don't care about height so much, but as goes the height, goes so many other things on your body, right? And so I was noticing.
I have no idea what she's talking
Yeah,
about.
right. I was noticing that whenever he would wave his hands as he was talking, like I have freakishly small hands, okay? But I was noticing that his hands were like smaller than even mine. And I was like, whoa, I got some small ass hands. And that was what kind of like just distracted me during the dinner was he'd be like, oh, so then blah, blah, blah. And he's waving his hands around, and I'm just like, I like couldn't keep my eyes off of his hands. I'm just like, like just following the fingers. So
I'm gonna date myself, but that's like a episode of Seinfeld. It's like you couldn't pay
still watch
attention.
Seinfeld.
Yeah, so you can't pay attention to anything else because like now you're so obsessed with his.
I was
hands.
obsessed with his
That's
hands.
hilarious.
I was like, don't mind the height, might mind the hands.
But it was the sequence of events. He's not as tall as I thought he was going to be.
Yeah.
Oh my God, his hands are so freaking small, and then you're like next level. You're already
And see,
thinking like what's going to happen next.
I do wonder if he had said he was 5 feet, and then I show up and I'm pleasantly surprised. Like, would that have mattered better? I don't know.
Would you have gone out with him if he said he was 5 feet tall?
Yeah, I don't care about height. I really don't. But like I said, I kind of learned the hard way that as goes the height, so goes other things. So
Oh no! You know, now your app is gonna blow up with short guys after this episode.
no, they ain't, because they don't know I host this podcast. Speaking of which, I lie about my name spelling. I'm confessing right here. Yeah. Just for a little privacy.
Right.
And then because nobody gets Jinah with a Jinah. And I also don't want to be called Jinah. So I just spell it Gina. So no, they will not associate this podcast with me, I hope. But yeah, you guys have any big lies that you've encountered or stories about this topic?
Yeah. It's just like so like I just can't believe it happened. So if you guys are on Tinder, you know now like you can put like what type of relationship you're looking for. At first it was like long term, short term. But they recently, I think in the last few months, added like you can put you're looking for friends. I'm not on there looking for friends.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a long-term partner. But you know, every now and then somebody pops up and it says they're looking for friends, and I'm like, oh, okay. I mean, they're close by. I can do it, making some friends. So this dude, I was like, you know, he looks totally like, you know, he's not scary looking or anything. He seems to be creative. I was like, okay, I'll swipe right. First message he sends, no hi, no hello, nothing, is, would you ever peg a dude? And I was like,
oh my God.
what?
There's no time to waste.
He's like, I want to be your friend, and will you peg me?
Yeah, I was like, bro, like, not even like a hi.
It's an emergency.
How are you doing? Yeah, it's
Oh
a
my
pegging emergency.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Liar.
no, that's the first time that's happened to me too, and I was like, you know,
I
you
hope
get the
first and
dick pics
only.
and stuff, but
Did you
I
say
mean, I had
yes? Just kidding.
no, no, it's getting wild out in LA. Like a dude the other day, like no kink shame, but he was like, have you ever been in a daddy situation? And I was like, what is the vibe I'm giving off on my profile right now? You know,
What is a daddy
know.
situation?
I have no idea what a daddy is. Like LA dating is wild. I've never seen anything
But
like
do you think it's just LA though? Is it LA dating or
I don't think it's LA.
Yeah,
right?
Ben, does
No.
this happen in North Dakota?
It does happen in North Dakota.
Like you've been asked some kinky ass questions.
Oh yeah, I've been asked some kinky questions. I had a girl come up to me once. She's like, "Have you ever been with 4 other guys and a girl?" And I was like, "Wait, what? No." At one time, I'm like, "Yeah, no, yeah,
That's a very exact number. 4 other
four-
guys.
yeah."
That's a very exact number. It's like 5 people.
4 other guys
Yeah.
and 1 girl.
Yeah.
Have you ever been with 4
Yeah.
other guys?
He didn't say she didn't say several other guys, a few other guys.
Yeah,
Said
or-
4 other guys.
Have you been in an orgy or like?
Yeah, I think that was her goal. I think that was her long-term goal. Was that?
Yeah.
Was that on Tinder or
No, that was just randomly. Some girl just came up.
Oh,
and
okay.
Said that.
Yeah.
in person?
Yes.
Oh shit.
They get wild in North Dakota.
We'll be right back after a quick word from our sponsors. Our sponsor, Take My Face Off, makes swiping off your makeup just as easy as swiping past a bad profile. Seriously, the MIDI from Take My Face Off is this adorable facial mitt that makes skin cleansing faster, easier, and more thorough than any other method I've tried. I seriously love this product. Next time you're tempted to grab a face wipe, use a MIDI instead. It's just as fast, but it's better for your skin and the planet. Get free shipping with the discount code DATING at takemyfaceoff.com. I know you're busy going on dates, but who's looking out for your family's legacy? Seriously, someone needs to tell your future kids what it was like for grandma or grandpa growing up on the farm, or how hard it was for them to walk to school uphill, both ways, in the rain and the snow. Tell Me Your Tale is a video production company based in Los Angeles that does nothing but create family legacy videos. They'll interview your loved one, either virtually or in person if you're local to Los Angeles, then edit the footage into a gorgeous professional video. Chapter by chapter, you'll preserve your loved one's life story as told by them, in their voice, with their smiles. Give yourself, your elders, and your children the gift of a lifetime by preserving precious family memories. Go to tellmeyourtale.com.
The biggest thing is filters
Yeah.
online.
Photos.
Like, there's this one girl we matched. Like, she looked like a supermodel. Like, she was great. And she lived in another city. So I go and meet her.
You had to drive a long ass way.
Yeah, I drove about an hour and 30 minutes.
Okay.
Get there, and she looks nothing like her pictures. She's about 100 pounds more than what she is in her photos. Like, all of her photos, they're at the right angle, doing all the filters and all that stuff. So then also, like, we go in and eat. We're sitting at dinner. We get our food. She won't eat. And I'm like, well, what's the matter? And she's like, well, I don't eat in front of people. And I'm like, well, then why would we go out to dinner?
Issues.
Why wouldn't we just go out for a drink or something?
Yeah.
I mean, kudos to you for not leaving on the spot when you realized she was like 100 pounds more than what her pictures represented.
Oh, trust me, I ate my food.
No, I don't give him kudos for it. I mean, that's just being a decent human being, you know.
But as we know, we hate dating apps because there are a lot of not decent human beings.
Yeah. But, you know, guess what? Number 7 on the most common lies is photos. It's old photos, filters, you know, angles. So it makes perfect sense. Again, I think that's mentalities. You know, they're just trying to get your foot on the door, right? It's like it's a means to an end. Like, once I meet them, maybe there's a chance. I think that's sort of the psychology of all of these lies.
Why don't you give us, Daniel, the top 10 lies on dating apps, just in a row?
All right, here we go. Top, we cover some of this. The number 1. Actually, I'm going to start from the bottom.
Number 1 lie. Oh, number 10 lie. Okay.
Yeah. Number 10, relationship status. This is people who are cheating. They're saying that they're single, but they're not. That's number 10. Number 9 is lying about what you're looking for. And we know Ben is guilty of that. He uses that, although he kind of explained it away. It's like, oh, but if I do meet the perfect girl in Vegas. All right. Yes. Hobbies and interests. So
that's number 8.
Yeah, that's number 8. People lie about, like, you know, enjoying sports, you know, the outdoors and going hiking. And there's this interesting sort of anecdote that I picked up on the research. This guy saw on profiles of some of the women saying, you know, I love walks on the beach. So he thought he was being clever. And when he matched, asked them, hey, for our first date, do you want to go to a walk on the beach? And all of them said, hell no. You know,
because your hair gets frizzy.
Exactly.
You get all sandy.
Yeah. And then next, number 7, photos. We talked about that. Number 6 and 5 are kind of, you know, income and job. It's about putting your best foot forward. We know all the CEOs of my own company on dating profiles. That's one of them. Body type, people who say they're athletic and toned, and then when you meet them, it looks like they haven't left their couch for like 10 months. Weight, talked about that. Height for guys, and age. This one I can
number 1
very
age.
much relate to. Yeah. Lying about age, because, you know, people think 5 years doesn't make a huge difference, rounding up 5 years, but it does. Like, you know, so psychologically, being 45 and being 50, it feels very different, even though it's not, you know, a ton of time.
I have to say, so I am of a certain age, and I initially thought about lying about my age on the profile because, you know, like, algorithms will try to match you with older people, and then also, you know, people have cutoffs, right, in their preferences. I have found that not lying about my age has, as far as I can tell, not prevented me from getting still a pretty decent number of likes. Like,
for you.
Yeah.
Makes
not
perfect sense.
Not to brag, but I have
brag away, sister.
3,200 likes right now on my Bumble profile. And like half of them are under the age of 40. So, you know, I was like, okay, age. Just saying, ladies, maybe you don't have to lie about your age, because my experience has been, it's not been a factor for me meeting people. Yeah. And especially if you don't mind meeting younger people. And then what I have to say about the job and income, well, I mean, nobody really talks about income, but the job title is something that I do look for. Why? Because I have now learned to swipe left on anybody that doesn't have a job title. I don't care if you're a bartender or an Uber driver. Just tell me, you know?
Yeah, like, why is it blank?
Why is it blank?
Yeah.
And like, if you're homeless, like whatever, say that. I'm homeless. I don't know why they don't say what they do, because it makes people like me swipe left, and maybe they could have had a chance if they were just honest about what they do. But I feel like they're hiding something if they don't say that. Having said that, there was a guy that I matched with not too long ago, Anton. Sorry, if you're an Anton that didn't do this to me, but I matched with Anton because he was in a really cool suit. He was taking pictures in front of nice cars. And then he said, CEO of my company, right? And then it said in the profile, I have a graduate degree. So I'm like, oh, this dude's smart. He's like the CEO of a company. Like, he looks like he dresses well. Like, let me swipe, And so we match, and then I do a video chat with him. And I'm like, oh, hey, so we're talking. And then he goes, oh, shoot, I got to go. I got a ride. And I was like, what do you mean you got a ride? And he goes, I'm an Uber driver. And I was like, oh, I thought, wait, didn't you say you're the CEO of your own company? And he goes, well, I mean, I say that because if I say I'm an Uber driver, I'm not going to get any matches.
Yeah.
And right at that moment, like, instead of coming up with something maybe very non-inflammatory and classy to say, I went, Anton, you lied. And how is anybody supposed to trust you if you lie about something as critical as what you do, And I'm like, do you even have a graduate degree? And he goes, no, I mean, I went to community college. And I'm like, why the fuck would you say that you have a graduate degree when you went to community college? And he goes, again, because then I can't match with people. And I was like, Anton, don't you realize that you look worse because you're lying about these things? Like, you'll get the foot in the door, but then I chop your fucking foot off. Like,
yeah,
I don't get that at all.
Because the hope is that the next one won't. This is why people are lying. And by the way, the age thing, I think it also plays differently between men and women, right? Because this is, and I know I'm generalizing here, and Ben, maybe you might agree with this, but men, they like expanding their 18 to 80.
Yes.
Just give me a river of
yes.
possibilities. Right. Yeah. But the reverse is a little harsher. One of our guests in one of our podcasts, Maria she said, if I put the true age of men that I'm looking for in her bracket, right? If I put 20, it becomes like arms race. If I say 35 to 45, then I get a lot of 55 years olds who lie about their age. And I don't want to date an old man. Right?
I get that, but that is so different than lying about being a CEO and then being an Uber driver.
Yeah. Well, how is that?
That goes from white lie to like brown poo-colored lie.
But
it
to
is
this,
nowhere near white.
Guy,
it's gray matter.
But to the Uber driver guy, his reasoning, I mean, he should have said this. His reasoning is like, yes, I'm an Uber driver.
And nothing wrong with that.
I'm the CEO of my own company. I contract my driving, skills to Uber. It's like,
okay, but that's a stretch.
Oh God,
right?
that's a stretch.
What? That is a stretch. Okay.
I was actually going to say the same exact thing.
Thank
He's his own
you.
independent contractor.
Yeah, but like, how do you recover from that lie though? And those are the same people who then say, I don't understand why girls don't like me and they don't want to be in a relationship. Like, you're literally setting yourself up for one date, and if she finds out on that date you're not even having sex, like, it's like, look, I don't know.
She is leaving in the middle of the dinner.
No, here's the psychology behind this is there's zero chance that anybody will want to go out on a date with me if I tell you the truth that I am fucking Uber driver who, is 4'8" and lives with his mama and what, like, if I said all this, maybe 2 women in this entire Tinder universe will want to go out with me, and it'll be 2 women who nobody else wants to go out with, versus I can lie that I'm the CEO of my own company. I can lie that I'm 6 foot tall, and then maybe I get 1,000 matches, put photos of, some young hunk. Like, let's go to the extreme. I lie, everything, photos, everything. And I get 1,000 matches a day.
Okay.
My reasoning is going from a zero certainty to at least the chance of getting hit by lightning. That's the math.
Oh, okay. Okay, guys, do you get Daniel's reasoning?
I mean, I do get it, because you're trying to reach as many people as possible you can take those 1,000 people that like you and narrow it down to the 5 people that will actually like you for who you are.
Right.
Oh Lord.
Bottom line is
who you are, which is a liar.
But bottom line is you went out with Anton. Like these
I
people
didn't.
exist.
I video chatted with him.
No, I know. But what I'm saying is that you match with them. What I'm saying is 1 in a million is better than 0.
They're not going to get 0 though. There are plenty of female Uber drivers. There are plenty of female, community college graduates. Like, don't tell. Well, then where does the lie end? Then does he also say he's related to Brad Pitt?
Oh, yeah.
Why not lie about every fucking thing?
You don't think it happens?
And then how is that a great foundation for the beginning of a relationship?
Yeah, and then to be honest, at least for somebody like me, you just write 2 lines about yourself in your bio. Tell me what you like and what you want to be or something like that. And that works for me. I don't need somebody to lie, because then again, we're going to go out on a date. I'm going to ask you deep personal questions and I'm going to realize you're lying, and then I'm never going to see you again. So it's yes, you're expanding how many people you're going on dates with, but you're also wasting your time.
That's actually a good solution. So offer less. Just live some mystery, right? Yeah. It's instead of lying, just take the mystery.
Yeah, and then somebody sees your personality, and they, if they're interested, they're interested. That way you're not hanging yourself before you even get a chance,
This should be a tip for the folks who are watching. Did you guys hear that? That's what you should do.
What?
Don't lie. Keep it mysterious.
Don't lie. Keep it mysterious.
Yeah. But then Jinah's going to be pissed off because you didn't write anything about what your job title is.
People like me get pissed off. I just swipe left. So you might have a better chance with someone like me if you wrote a little bit. Having said that, there was a guy who I went out with. He was really cute. He wrote that he was in management. Okay. So we went to dinner. He shows up, and kind of like Ben's story, he was probably about 50 pounds heavier than he looked in his photos. And then also, I eventually found out that he was the overnight manager for inventory at Target. So nothing against people who do overnight inventory management.
Was that lying?
At Target. When you say you're in management, you are kind of indicating it's a white lie territory for me.
Mm-hmm. I don't think so. Okay. Is he the manager?
If his actual job title says manager, inventory manager, whatever, grammatically you could say I'm in management because I manage stuff in my title.
I think you'd be better off being honest about it, being, I'm an inventory manager at Target, and be like, so I am technically in management because I take control of that, and hopefully get that second date. You're better off not doing the white lie.
Mm-hmm.
I so agree with that.
Yeah. I think in conclusion, we should do whatever Jinah says is the right thing to do. That's the safest way to go.
I have strong opinions, okay?
You have strong opinions? I never noticed that.
Don't hate me because I have strong opinions and tell you what to do.
We love you. We love you for that.
Well, we love our guests. Thank you so much for joining, Arika and Ben. We're fighting the good fight. I'm in it with you. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, guys. This was a lot of fun.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's another successful episode
of I Hate Dating Apps.
Because you can't love with them.
And you can't love without them.
Have a good day, everyone.
I hate dating apps.
Hey, app daters and haters, tell us your dating app experience, and we just might bring you on as a guest for future episodes. Head to IHateDatingApps.com and click on the big yellow Tell Us Your Story button. You can't miss it. We've got a lot of fun content on our social channels, so please follow us at I Hate Dating Apps on Facebook, TikTok, and YouTube. And on Instagram, we're at I Hate Dating Apps Pod. And don't forget to like and subscribe wherever you're listening to this podcast.